in any setup, in any organization, discipline is very important. And in schools, whether the schools are meant for normal kids or they are meant for special kids, the discipline is of utmost importance. So, what we need to do in the special schools as well as in other schools is to plan and organize. Is to plan and organize. Now, if you have planned what activities are going to take place throughout the time the students are going to be in the institution, if we plan them properly, if we organize them properly, then it would help in maintaining good discipline. And as we discussed, any management of schools, including they have to perform certain functions. And number one is planning. Number two is organizing. Number three is directing. Number four is controlling. Number five is evaluating. And in between, we carry out supervision as well. So, if the management of the institution, they have planned the activities well, they have organized the resources of human being and material properly, and especially in the off class hours within the four walls to control 13, 14 students is not of much a problem. But once they are let off, or once they are changing the classrooms, going from one room to another room, one classroom to a resource room, one classroom to laboratories, or for PT periods to the playground, for club activities, or they are let off for a break. So that is the time they are likely to become unruly and ill-disciplined might creep up. So if the organization has planned everything, they have detailed the staff members at vital sensitive points for duty, the likelihood of a lack of discipline is minimized. So every staff member to be clear about his duties and chain of command. I normally used to have at least three teachers at vital points, and for me, the vital point are the parking areas where the students and teachers come down the vehicles. Then the corridors of the buildings where the students run around before the formal bell for assembly is rang, and then they are let off during break periods. That is the time when the students are likely to scuffle and let each other down. Then again, after all the working hours have finished, the students may in and around the parking areas or even in the corridors. When the teachers have left for their homes, they might create some undesirable scenes. So if the school organization is alive to it, then they depute teachers on these sensitive points during these sensitive hours to avoid any untoward incident. As I said, the institution and the management, they should be alive to the fact when and where anything might go wrong, and hence forestall that undesirable event. So the ideal thing is that before the issue arises, resolve the issues from the beginning. And in this respect, if there are proper SOPs are in place, then the situation, undesirable situation can be avoided. Now, SOP stands for Standing Operating Procedures. So if the standing instructions are there that in at such and such time, such and such duty teachers would look after the situation and ensure nothing wrong happens, then the discipline cases can be averted. Practice what you preach. This is one of the very good saying. OPS stands for Overseas Pakistani Students. OPS stands for Overseas Pakistani Students, but probably you are asking me SOPs. I have written in the slide SOP, not OPS. You are OPS, you are Overseas Pakistani Student, but SOPP means Standing Operating Procedures. Standing Operating Procedures. What are standing operating procedures? That means that the detailed instructions in the rules and regulations are in place, and all the teachers, staff members, and students know that these are operating procedures. These are standing operating procedures, procedures to be followed. So, for instance, what are the timings? What is the uniform of a female student, male student? What is the what is the design of the shoes? Is there any other instruction in this regard regarding school bag, regarding the carrying of mobiles, etc.? There should be standing operating procedures. So in the assembly, during the assembly, some teacher on the duty may be asked to check the uniforms before the students disperse towards their respective classes. Best thing is preach what you practice what you preach. If as a principal I keep on harping that everybody should be punctual, that nobody should be late, so the best thing is that I should myself be punctual. If I will be punctual, then everybody would be following the suit, should be following the suit. If I come late, I have no moral standing to expect the other students to come on time. Make the classes interactive. If within the classes, teachers maintain a rapport with the students and the students interact with the teachers, then the students feel comfortable. They know that whatever they ask or whatever the doubts they have are being clarified there and then. Hence, a good, pleasant atmosphere prevails in the class. And effective teachers introduce their rules, procedures, and routines on the very first day. They just make the things clear to the students that these are do's and these are don'ts. This is right, this is wrong. This is the expectation of the teacher. This is what is a decent behavior expected of the students. This is the procedure which would go on. This is how the question answers would be taken. The students would, desirous students would raise hand, that teacher would point to one raised hand, ask the question, and turn by turn, everybody would ask the question. This is how the things would go on. If anybody needs to go to the washroom or to take water or due to any reason, he or she would stand up, seek permission, and then he or she would be let off. So these procedures, these SOPs, standing operating procedures, would be made clear to the students. And at frequent intervals, the teacher would keep on reminding the students, well, that is expected of them. And throughout the year, the teacher would, at the appropriate times, keep on reinforcing what is required of them at